From the streets of Sao Paulo to Ajax and Manchester United and $100 million contracts. This is the story of Antony Santos. Antony Matheus dos Santos was born in 2000 in Osasco, a city in the region of Sao Paulo, Brazil. He was the third and last child of his parents, having an older brother and a sister. His family wasn't poor, but they weren't rich either. They lived an average family life. Since his great-grandparents are Portuguese, he was named according to the Portuguese naming customs. His first name, maternal, is Mateus, and his second family name, paternal, is dos Santos. He just prefers the name Antony. He spent his early childhood playing football and going to school. At school, Antony developed a footballing IQ. At the age between 5 and 8, Antony was considered one of the best footballers in the city of Sao Paulo. At the age of 10, he joined Sao Paulo's football academy. He worked on his game day and night, dreaming of becoming a professional football player. During his teenage years, Antony started to make a name for himself. His biggest accomplishment in his youth career was winning the J-League World Challenge with his team, Sao Paulo. J-League World Challenge is a tournament in Japan that features 2 clubs from the Japan League and international clubs outside of Japan. Antony was voted the best player in the tournament on the 26th of September 2018. After a big international success, Antony signed a professional football contract with Sao Paulo. In 2019, after slowly making a name for himself in Brazilian professional circles, he got invited to play for his country's U23 football team. With Matheus Cunha and other teammates, they won the 2020 Summer Olympic Games. In the finals against Spain, Antony assisted Malcolm with the winning goal in extra time. In his 22 games for the U23 team, he scored 6 goals. One thing changed everything for Antony, and that was the return of Dani Alves to Brazil, Sao Paulo. When Dani Alves returned after playing for the best football clubs in the world, like Sevilla, Barcelona, Juventus, and PSG, he immediately became the team captain. Dani became like a father figure to Antony. As a result of their teamwork, they won the championship, and European scouts started looking at Antony. When he was 19, he published a book, an autobiography called From Overcoming a Real Dream. In 2020, Antony signed a contract worth $15 million with Ajax. He was only 20 at the time. In an emotional video, Antony made an emotional farewell to Sao Paulo, the club of his youth. In Ajax, he started playing under the coach Erik. In his debut, he scored a goal and showed that his faith in him wasn't misplaced. In his 79 games, he scored 42 goals, despite being criticized by the club legend Marco van Basten. Antony used that as fuel and kept on improving and scoring. During the 2020-2021 season, he scored 11 goals and had 10 assists, helping his team win the domestic double, the Eredivisie, National League, and the KNVB Cup. He also scored his first goal in the UEFA Champions League against Atalanta. The next season, he continued improving and scoring. After he scored 2 times and had 4 assists in the group stage of UEFA Champions League, Ajax became the first Dutch club to win all 6 group games in the Champions League. In December 2021, after scoring 3 goals, he received the award for the Player of the Month and Talent of the Month. About his coach, he said, "Every player under his guidance becomes a better player thanks to his training. Ten Hag wants to do everything to make their team play well. He has many qualities. He knows how to improve the players he coaches." During a World Cup qualification match, playing for his national team of Brazil, Antony injured his ankle, which forced him to miss the remainder of the season. When he returned to play, rumors started spreading that Antony wants to leave Ajax. Manchester United was among the clubs that were interested in Antony. After Ajax rejected United's $85 million transfer bid, he didn't show up to practice, which made him unavailable to play against Sparta Rotterdam and Utrecht. Antony, being an inventive and intelligent left-footer, was on the wish list of many European top-tier football clubs. He wanted to leave Ajax earlier, but he waited for the end of the season and he denied a contract renewal. On the 30th of August, 2022, Ajax reached an agreement with Manchester United. 2 days later, Antony signed a 5-year deal worth $95 million. This was the biggest transfer in the history of the Dutch league. I was very happy in Amsterdam. I won titles at Ajax, made friends, and built part of my career. But now I reinforce that I'm ready and full of motivation to follow my story and my dreams. People need to listen to me and understand that my motivation moves me towards happiness, said Antony in an interview. All in all, in his 82 matches for Ajax, he scored 24 goals and had 22 assists. He's won 2 consecutive championship titles and the Dutch Cup. In 2021, he debuted for the Brazilian national football team in a World Cup qualifier against Venezuela. In his debut, he entered the game as a substitute in the 77th minute and managed to score a goal in added time. I'm guessing we'll be seeing a lot more of Antony in international football in the upcoming years. In his debut for Manchester United, he scored a goal against their rival Arsenal. He continued playing under Erik Ten Hag, a coach he admired and with whom he's accomplished a lot. His coach, Ten Hag, was one of the reasons Antony came to Old Trafford. Ten Hag wants to use Antony primarily on the right wing. We all know that he's an entertainer with the ball, much like Ronaldinho Gaucho was. He does his own signature move, and that's the 360-degree dribble. His amazing skill with the ball is maybe part of his talent, but his workout regime is on the next level. He is really fast with the ball, but he owes that to working hard and pushing his limits. However, Coach Ten Hag knows that Antony's acceleration are unparalleled. When he starts to dribble one-on-one, he cannot be stopped by a single defender. Most of his assists happen when he destroys everyone on the right wing and serves his teammates an ideal opportunity to score. However, he is very left-foot dominant, which leaves defenders knowing how to position themselves against him. Being only 5'9", 174 centimeters, he has excellent balance and lower body strength, which allows him to remain on his feet even when he's under pressure from defenders. He dribbles the ball like it's a part of him, and he rarely loses the ball or misses a pass. With improved decision-making, he could easily score 15 to 20 goals a season. Antony revels in the transition. 5 of his first 7 goals for Ajax were scored on a break or in transition. One thing that is interesting is when he picks the ball, he immediately stops all momentum, waiting for his defender's move. That way, Antony uses the time to see where the defense is split, and he sends the ball there. When a defender tries to go for the ball, Antony drops his shoulder and explodes in one single momentum, moving past the defender. Another thing he does that's also interesting, he shoots from places that aren't that efficient. He's an excellent shooter, and his shots are powerful and precise. His defensive effort is great. Antony's a hard worker who always returns to defense. He reads the game like an old veteran, and he's only 22 years old. When cramped in a tight space surrounded by defenders, you can be sure that Antony will find a solution. His crossing has improved, and he matured and quickly adjusted to the European way of playing football, surprising a lot of haters. The Red Devils are currently in 8th place in the Premiership League, with 6 points in 4 matches. Will Antony be the key to their success? Guess we'll have to wait and find out.